got Founder's All Day Single Hop Mosaic. Didn't even know about this until I saw it at the store. This can is almost exactly a month old. Canned on August 7th. It's 4.7% alcohol, 45 IBUs, just like the regular All Day. They've made a bunch of different versions, but I've never heard about a single hop version yet, or any version where they really tell you about the hops much. So let's jump right into it. I don't know if it's the exact same base beer. It looks a little bit paler than regular All Day. Regular All Day has a little bit more color to it, a little bit of a pale amber hue. That's just straight up pale, I would say. And I don't know if they use Mosaic in any of the other All Day iterations. Maybe the the ones that are supposed to be more tropical-like and stuff. And it looks fine. The head's okay, not super dense or anything. There we are. Very clear. They didn't really try to make it like a hazy beer. Little tiny particulates in there as usual though. And I don't know anything else about it. I didn't really look it up because it seems like it's pretty clear. It's just single hop all day. But not exactly the normal base malts. And it smells good. Yeah, it's cool to have a single hop Mosaic beer, but with a cleaner, more classic American ale yeast. Founder's yeast profile isn't exactly like Sierra Nevada's, but it's pretty close. It's just a little bit of candy peach. It's not exactly what you would think is classic Mosaic character. Maybe because we're used to Mosaic being in hazy IPAs and stuff these days. Excuse me. Yeah, it still has a lot of just regular Founders All Day stuff going on, so that tells you how much the yeast is doing. It has a little bit of apricot, yeast esters, candy stuff. It's in almost all the All Day versions. But then it's more stone fruity, I guess. In general. I'm not really getting much berry notes, maybe a little bit. More like a blue raspberry, which is like, I don't even know what that flavor is exactly. It's a fake flavor, obviously. A blue raspberry peach. And more bitter than I was expecting. It did say 45 IBUs. Yeah, it's definitely got some sappiness. It seems like they use a good amount of the hops on the hop side, where I'm getting this clean, resiny, piney quality that you don't really think about getting from a single hop Mosaic beer, but they're not brewing this necessarily to be a new wave IPA. The bitterness is almost a little harsh or something. Maybe I just haven't had a beer like this in a while. But it seems like when you boil most hops, they lose a lot of the notes that make them very unique, and they all turn into some sort of piney resinous bitterness, I guess. And most beers these days probably are not using their Mosaic on the hot side of the beer a lot. And when I say hot side, I mean boiling it. That's the way you get traditional IBUs, measurable bitterness in like a West Coast IPA or something like that. A lot of hazy IPAs, and not even hazy IPAs, save almost all the hops, if not all the hops, for the dry hopping or hopping the beer cold. And that just creates a different kind of bitterness. It does create bitterness, but this is kind of West Coast bitterness, but with a modern tropical stone fruit sort of aroma more. There's some body and sweetness. This is pretty good. I feel like there aren't many breweries making something quite like this, especially because session IPAs are dead except for all day. I don't know. Founders just found success with it, and the success didn't go away. Maybe it was the marketing, really focusing on it, and also introducing the first 15 pack. I think they were the first 15 pack, and not raising the price years ago. So people were just like, oh, let's buy this cheapest IPA. And you can often find it pretty fresh. It's very flavorful and very hoppy, but I think the uniqueness of the Mosaic is lost in the flavor a bit. It's more just like bitter pine. Maybe it's pulling their yeast strain esters a little bit away from the... Actually, I don't know, I'm just bullshitting. If in a blind tasting, I guess maybe I would smell this and think Mosaic, but then I'd be like, it probably has some Cascade or Columbus or Centennial in there. It's good, but it's... Yeah, the classic and refreshing parts on the label, I guess, are more big. And refreshing, I don't know, something that's pretty bitter and pretty sweet like this, I don't find it that refreshing. It is a little tropical, more stone fruity. Maybe there's some pineapple. But it's really more smell, upfront flavor. But very clean, well made. I can't really complain much. It's weirdly, I found it in a 6-pack and it was $9. Still more expensive than getting the bigger packs of all day, but not bad to try something like this. Definitely gets over a 4.1. Bye.